Well, you got niggas in one of your records.
Niggas. He's
Different.
talking about
Gers.
Niggers was the ones on the rope hanging out the thing. Niggas is the ones with gold ropes hanging out at clubs.
Well, maybe not everyone's aware of the differentiation.
They don't have to be everyone. If you're not a nigga and you don't use that word, you don't have to understand.
Word.
It's just not one. There was the first place and I can go, and they just went. Well, as soon as I got there, they went, there he goes. He goes, who? And he goes, there's the rich nigga. I was like, oh, he said nigga. He said nigga. And everybody's looking at me like, so? I was like, oh my God, this is where I'm going to be staying? He just said nigga.
Well, you got niggas in one of your records.
Niggas. He's
Different.
talking about niggers. Niggers was the ones on the rope hanging out the thing. Niggas is the ones with gold ropes hanging out at clubs.
Well, maybe not everyone's aware of the differentiation.
They don't have to be everyone. If you're not a nigga and you don't use that word, you don't have to understand.
Word.
It's just...
Sometimes you say, I'm not going to tip that nigga. You crying on the inside. Or you wondering, what else can I do? Sometimes you tip you. Sometimes you say, I'm not going to tip that nigga. You don't look for no tip. Yes, sir. Thank you. What did you say? Come back, because I take care of you. Don't talk to him like that. That's a good nigga. That's my nigga. Oh, yes, sir, boss. I'm your nigga. I'm trying to make I take care of you. Don't talk to him like that. That's a good nigga. That's my nigga. Oh, yes, sir, boss. I'm your nigga. I'm trying to make Yes, sir. Thank you. What did you say? Come back, because I take care of you. Don't talk to him like that. That's a good nigga. That's my nigga. Oh, yes, sir, boss. I'm your nigga. I'm trying to make a living. Why? I got 3 children. I want them to get an education. I wasn't fortunate enough to get an education, but I want them to get it. And they are doing good. Night after night, I lay down and I dream about what I had to go through with. I don't want my children to have to go through with that. I want them to be able to get the job that they be qualified. That's what I'm struggling for. I don't want this and I don't want that, but I just don't want my children to have to go through what I go through with. Hey, tell that nigga to hurry with that coffee. I'm on my way. So that's what you have to go through with. But remember, you have to keep that smile. Tell that nigga to hurry with that coffee. I'm on my way. So that's what you have to go through with. But remember, you have to keep that smile. I'm on my way. So that's what you have to go through with. But remember, you have to keep that smile. Sometimes you tip you. Sometimes you say, I'm not going to tip that nigga. You don't look for no tip. Yes, sir. Thank you. What did you say? Come back, because I take care of you. Go. That's my nigga. Oh, yes, sir, boss. I'm your nigga. I'm trying to make a living. Why? I got 3 children. I want them to get an education. I wasn't fortunate enough to get an education, but I want them to get it. And they are doing good. Night after night.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Wadash. This is your occupant Driller Zell, back with another quick lesson. You can tell by the opening topic. It's about this notorious word, nigger, the ER with the A or whatever you want to call it. Basically what these niggas, I'm gonna just say it for what it is, are mimicking is nothing more than your oppressor. I know when I was coming up, that's what I was told, that these niggas were the ones that invented this word, and mainly it was these hip-hop heads that brought this word nigga to existence with the AG to lessen the blow of the the GER with the hard ER as they call it, but nonetheless, the word Niger in the book of Acts is referred to the prophet, meaning that he's a black man. All it was what these devils done, they took that word and made it derogatory because we was what? The knowledge, the truth, and who we are, and what the meanings of words, we wouldn't talk that. We was forbidden to what? Read and write. We was forced to read, and when we were able to so-called read and write, we was forced to read and communicate in a foreign language, which is this backwards language, demonic language of modern English. This is not even old English, man. This is the newest language of the family of languages, this modern English, which is a demonic language, witchcraft actually. But we would not talk the proper terms and terminology and etymology of these words, man. But Niger, was what the prophet in the book of Acts was referring to, man. So what these devils had done, they took that word and pretty much made it a derogatory term, and then when they used it, they used it in that manner. So it was when they say it, your response, because the way they express it is in a negative. When they say it, they express it with anger. So you take it as what? Something derogatory, because the way they express it, they use the word in anger. So we think that word is something negative, but really it's not. It's just the way these devils have flipped it around, man. That's what these devils have done. They're just like the scripture said. Your turning things upside down is esteemed as the potter's clay, roughly paraphrasing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They good at turning, flipping things upside down, man. Switching things around, But I'm going to go into a precept right here. This is the book of Proverbs 12 and 18. And I'm going to start the King James Version, and it reads, There is that speaketh like the piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. So these devils, man, they speak these things, and it's like piercing to the sword. It's like a piercing the sword. That's why when they utter that word, they utter it in what? Hatred, and we shun it. We think it's something negative because the way it's coming from out of the mouth of the damn devil, man. But actually that word is not nothing negative, man. It's the way they use it. In a way, because we lost the true meaning of that word, we look at it as something negative. And then, like I said, I remember back in the day, I'm gonna say early 90s, possibly, man, either 90s or early 2000s. It's been a while, and I can recall one of these rap heads. And I think that's what I played. That's why I played that old video of this nigga Tupac, this Joker. Because he say it just like all these rap niggas, and they celebrity use that word Nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much popularized that, especially during the era he was, making music. He popularized that word. I'd rather be an Nigga. You know what I'm saying? And by them expressing that, they act like they came up with that word, man. These niggas didn't come up with that word. Just like that's why I played that clip in 1966 by this guy, Mr. Wright, man. And I'm gonna make it clear. They said after this guy made this NBC interview, they said a customer, which you already know who it was, one of these devil Edomites. After they interviewed him, and he made this guy, Mr. White, in 1966, made that interview. And he lets you know how these devils were talking to him. Like, tell that nigga. He said, yeah, I'm your nigga. He said, don't talk to him. He's a good nigga. He said, he's my nigga. He was like, yeah, boss, I'm your nigga. That's where that terminology come from. These niggas use that shit today. Yeah, what's up, my nigga? What's up, my nigga? That comes from what? These damn fucking devils, man. They came up with that terminology. And they got you simple ass niggas using it as if you the one came up with it and you act like it's cool. These damn fucking devils been calling you nigga. You know what I mean? Either with the ER or with the A. They came up with these words. This gentleman named Mr. White, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. If you look at the top, it said what? Shortly after this interview, the NBC, this guy was interviewed by NBC News. They said a customer, you already know, was an Edomite, killed him, man. They put him to death, man. Shortly after that interview, because what it was, the truth. That's what these devils hate. They hate the truth, man. He spoke the truth, and that's what it is, especially during that time, man. The truth. Basically, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna come back, man. Because the Lord said what? Jacob's trouble is gonna come back, man. But the truth, man, speaking the truth can cost your life, man. And basically, that's what it was, man. That man just spoke the truth about his conditions, man. You know what I mean? He had to put up with insults mainly, you know what I'm saying, to be insulted because he didn't want his kids, you know, to experience the same life that he had to go to because they try to act like it's education. It's education. If you go to school, you ain't got to go through what they feed you that bullshit. If you go to school, you ain't have to go through the same things I went through. You know what I'm saying? That's that false that Babylon the Great philosophy of an American dream, which we've been living based living testimony of this individual. We've been living an American nightmare, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's still that way to this day. You know, it's no American dream here. Not for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, or Native Americans. For the most part, man, this is a fucking American nightmare. And these motherfucking clowns around here, niggas. You know what I mean? They just want to live off this facade because some of them got the idea if they play along, their master ain't gonna treat them as harsh as those that don't want to play this fuck game that they want to play, man, or speak truths, man. You know what I'm saying? That want to neglect, because that's what a lot of these damn clowns do, man. And they're sambos, coons, in every so-called nation of people, man. That goes to these other nations, man. That's why they over here now and not in their home country. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers are sellouts too. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, this NIGGA, these damn oppressors been using that word, man. You know, and now you got these modern day niggas today, or these niggas today in modern times using that word as if it's cool. What's up, my nigga? You know, hey, what's up, my nigga? My nigga. Yeah, all right, my nigga. That's what these pale faces been calling you clown ass motherfuckers, man. And they act like it's even to this gangster mentality, this gangster trend. Drive-bys, drug dealers and shit. These pale faces came up with that lifestyle, man. But these damn fuck niggas, that's all they did was copied it, man. And they want to act like they were the original gang members. They're the ones that originate drive-bys, man. Them niggas they were. And there's my aunt did a lesson on that. The first account of a drive-by was by these damn Edomites on black people, man. Their very first account of a drive-by, man. It was these fucking pale faces, man. Did it on so-called black people, man. The first account of a drive-by, man. And that's a written account. Now these clown ass niggas think that they some OGs. Nigga, you ain't no fucking OG. You an imitation, man, of these fucking damn devils, man. You know what I mean? That's why the fuck when shit go down in your neighborhood amongst, you know what I mean? Say for instance, a nigga can step on a nigga's shoe and niggas ready to go to war, but you can have some pale face go and make a drive-by or shoot at a family get together, and none of these niggas be like, oh, it's just a tragedy. Can't we all get along? Bitch ass niggas, man. You know what I mean? For the most part, that's what they do. There's these rare occasions where you have some of these jakes, you know, defend or attempt to defend what they got in state, but a lot of times they get demonized, man. More than likely, they get demonized for defending or warding off a pale face attacker, man. You know, because this is these devils' fucking world, man. You know, this is their society. They fucking corrupt society. That's why I say this American nightmare. These motherfuckers think that this place is meant for some American fucking dream. It's their fucking dream, man. It's a fucking it's a nightmare for those that really know and see this place for what it is, not blinded by the glitz and glamour of this shit, man. The so-called fake glitz and glamour shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what these motherfuckers around here is. You know. But yeah, let me read the NIV version. It says the words of the reckless pierce like swords. The words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise bring healing, man. You know what I'm saying? So this healing is these truths of the scriptures, man. That's the real healing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these devils, man, always, you know, gonna bring about some wicked ass shit, man. And they do a lot of it with their tongue, man. You know. Let me bring out another precept. I'm gonna go to the book of Deuteronomy. 24. And the point is in 14. It says, thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. You know, just like this Edomite just said, man, this Edomite preacher, you know, I did a lesson on it, you know, that this place, Babylon the Great, aka America, is not a Christian nation, man. You know, he made a public announcement at the so-called White House, man. It's an Edomite stating the truth that this place is not a Christian nation, because if it was, it'd be going by the law. This is a law that the Lord commanded. And I'm gonna read the NIV version. It says, do not take advantage of a hired worker who is poor and needy, whether that worker is a fellow Israelite or a foreigner residing in one of your towns. You know, and what these devils have been doing, man, been taking advantage of us, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. If that was the case, they claim to be a Christian nation as they portray themselves to be, or having an inauguration, having a so-called, the president swear on the Bible, you know, in the judicial system, they took the Bible out, you know what I'm saying? First, they had you go up there. Like I said, I remember back in the 90s, man, that's what they had. That was their method. You go to their judicial system, they put your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I remember that when I was young coming up, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you in and out of these fucking goddamn wicked-ass corrupt societies. Yeah, I had more than my enough share this place, man, at an early age going through this damn system, man. Because that's what you are. You a target, man. You're the prey. The prey departeth not. You the prey in this damn wicked-ass society that these devil orchestrated. Matter of fact, these damn niggas help. But you know what I mean? It was all through the will of Yahweh Shah. But these niggas around here helped these damn devils accomplish what they wanted accomplished, man, quickly by what? This damn civil rights bullshit. And I'm calling for what it is, man. Because basically, you see what that guy, that second clip that I played with this guy, he was a servant. So he was an employee. An employer, that's what you got to look at those words by law. It will show you what the employee and what employer means. The employer is what? The fucking master. Employee is what? The slave/servant, man. It tells you that, man, according to law. This ain't some conspiracy theory. Look this shit up in your state. I know in the state of Virginia, where I'm currently at, it would tell you that, man, what an employer actually is, the definition of an employer and the definition of an employee. And it would tell you, man, what those words mean by law, man. So it's nothing has changed. It's the same thing. They just switched the words up. So they whether they're calling the motherfuckers your master, you calling them an employer now. And whether you being called a slave or a servant, you've been called an employee now. But technically those words mean the same thing, man, by law, you know. And these motherfuckers think that times has changed. Nah, they just switched up the game, man. They just have you thinking that times has fucking changed, man. Nah, these motherfuckers still got you in a position of what? Where they want you to be at, man. Being submissive. Basically, that is under subjection, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant. That's the more proper word, under subjection, man. You know, they're the ruling class, meaning these pale faces. They're the ruling class, but motherfuckers want to ignore, and they're ignorant to the fact that that's the reality of it, man. They don't want to admit the reality. That's what these niggas want to do. They want to continue to live in oppression and neglect the reality of what it is, man. And this is not just that's what you think, man. That's just what you think. Nah, nigga, you can look at these terms. That's what these niggas want to live in. Like they're saying. That's why they bring that shit in existence. Ignorance is bliss. You know, that fucking saying. These motherfuckers like that shit. They like to be ignorant, meaning that they don't like to learn the truth about things, man. They rather be in ignorance and live life easy, as they call it. I'd rather not know the truth. It's rather I can be ignorant to the fact to what's really going on so I can live my life not knowing the truth. Man, fuck these motherfuckers, man. You know, but that's the mentality, especially 2/3 these fuck ass niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that word, you niggas didn't invent it. That word is nothing cool that you motherfucking niggas came up with to identify each other with. Now, we don't call ourselves the N-I-E-R, the N-I-G-E-R, man. We call it with the A, man. That's cool, man. You know, these fucking retarded fuck niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? And I use this shit as a disrespect. That's why I'm saying it. Just like these fucking pale faces use it, man. Because like I said, I'm tired of these damn fucking 2/3 of these fuck niggas, man. You know what I mean? These niggas keep getting on my fucking nerves deliberately, man. You know what I mean? All they doing is taking the place of these fucking pale faces, man. You know? These fuck ass ain't shit bitch made niggas, man. I'm gonna use Salakia, the little rant there, but that's the reality, man. You know, the Lord, you know, we vex this place, man. Deuteronomy 24:14 again says, do not take advantage of a hired worker who is poor and needy, whether that worker is a fellow Israelite. That's who we are. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites, man. Or a foreigner resided in one of your towns, man. You shouldn't do that, man. Take advantage of the poor. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we've been. We've been the poor, the lowly, ever since we've been over here, man. Mainly, ever since, I'm gonna say like this, ever since these devils came over here, man, they switched shit up. You know what I mean? Cause the Northern Kingdom was over here and they was prospering over here, but then these devils came over here, you know, and pretty much destroyed that, man. You know what I'm saying? Brung what? Oppression, man. You know. I'm gonna read the KJV again. I'm in it, man. You know. Deuteronomy 24:14 again, it says, thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy servants that are, Salakia, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. So, man, you don't supposed to do that to somebody that's in the position of being poor or needy, man. You know, you don't supposed to be taking advantage of, you know, somebody in that state of mind, man, in that state in general, man. Whether it be your brother, whether it be a stranger, you shouldn't do that. But these devils, they have been doing that. That's why this was never a Christian nation. Just like that Edomite pastor said, quote unquote pastor said, you know, he said, if this was a Christian nation, you wouldn't murdered X amount of millions of Native Americans. If this was a Christian nation, you wouldn't took X amount of millions of so-called black people off from the shores of Africa, the west coast of Africa, and brought them here and made them, you know, into slaves, man. They say if you was a Christian nation, you wouldn't have done that, man. And this coming from a so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this place is a fucking nightmare, man. Not American dreams, it's a fucking American nightmare, man. And people that know that should know that. You know, they think these damn niggas are what they see today. They think that shit changed, man. You know what I'm saying? These damn pale faces don't like the way this shit is, man. That's why you see them now, these motherfuckers now talking about bringing back these certain laws, and you hear this talks about these sundown towns and these damn pale faces, Salakia, want to erect their own town with only they there, want to make this an all-white Christian nation, as they call it. want to take motherfuckers out, meaning they want the military to be nothing more than white males. You know what I'm saying? They want all the females and everybody else out. You know. So right then, they all this talks of this shit, and these devils letting you know, and all the other events that you make, they're making it known that how these devils feel about you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like all these where these fuck niggas at, thinking they tough and thugs and shit. When they be seeing all these damn jokers be getting damn, you see talks of these jokers being damn, hanging by trees. These niggas being hanging by trees and shit, beat the fuck up by police and shit. Where these fuck niggas at? But let that shit, let one of these niggas around here say shit about something that these niggas want to act like they got a fucking voice now, man. You know, like I said, let a damn nigga step on a nigga's shoe by accident. Nigga act like, they ready to take a nigga head off and shit. You know what I mean? But some shit like that happen, these motherfucking niggas quiet, man. That's why I don't give a fuck about these niggas, man. I have little respect for these bitch ass niggas, man. Cause they got all the talk when somebody black say something to, do something to their ass. But let these motherfuckers around here say something. These fuck niggas all quiet like this. That's why I don't fuck with these niggas, man. But I'm in and off there, man. Hope the body was edified. Till next time, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Wakak Wadash again. This is Akim, Adrilazil, Lord willing. I'll be back with another lesson. Till next time, Shalom, Barak Thumb, and the Baba Shalom.